How you doing, guys? It's Mario from MF Fly Tying, and in the vise we've got a jungle cock buzzer, which I recently just posted on Facebook and got some really good feedback on it, so I thought I would tie it for you guys. That one in the vise is a size 12. For the purposes of the video, I'm going to tie this in a size 10. Just a little bit easier, looks better in the video as well for the close-up. So, thread I'm using is a uni thread in black, and it's a 6/0, so it's a very similar pattern to the grey boy that I put up a couple of weeks ago. So a few turns on the hook thread, and then we're going to come in with this stuff here, which is a Vineyards extra fine copper wire. I've had this for ages. Don't actually know if they still do it, but any copper wire will do it. So we'll get the wire in first, because that's the last piece of material that we're going to bring up the body. And then we're going to add in our white flexi floss, which is going to create a rib. Just get that in on my side. Just put in a wee touch. Get it locked in. And then just all the way back to just where the curve of the hook starts. And then back up again, just in touch and turns. Just locking in the flexi on the way back up. Just add a little bit of bulk to it, and then back down again, and back up again. And that is our body. So with the flexi, you're going to take that, and you're going to pull it tight, and just leave a slight gap in between just for your rib, because we're going to put our copper wire in between, and as you just come up to the top, just loosen that off as it comes up. The more you pull the flexi, the more transparent it becomes, and the less tension that you've got on it. It moves from being transparent to more of the white or whatever colour that you're using. So again, with the wire, you just want to push that up against your flexi when you bring it up, just to keep the segmentation. Bring that up to the top, and again tie that off. I suppose you can use any colour of wire really for this, or flexi for that matter. It's really up to yourself. And then build up our head using the 6/0 thread as well. Allows you to build up the head a lot quicker than it would with some of the other threads, especially for your buzzers. Makes it a little bit quicker. So what we're going to use for the cheeks is a jungle cock, and we want to be using the very smallest jungle cock eyes that you've got down at the bottom, almost the ones that you probably don't use on any other flies. And we're going to be using a full jungle cock for this on either side. So when you take it off, you'll find that it's got a little bit of fluff on either side. I've already removed that, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add that to either side, just tying it in where you get the kind of black fibres in there. And it will stick out a little bit on this, but we're going to sort that out. Same on the other side. So tying that in at the head, and then remove any waste from the front, and just tidy up the head there, and then what finish. Now if you go ahead and you varnish over the top of that, what you'll find is the jungle cock eyes will want to push out the way, which is not what you're looking for. It looks a little bit messy. So what I do is actually add a fairly decent amount of super glue, and that will just help me just to lock those in. So I'm just going to take those right over the top of the jungle cock eyes. Make sure that you get plenty on there, all the way around. Try and go slightly underneath them. Once I've got that in, we'll use a pair of tweezers, but a needle of some sort, just to encourage those jungle cock eyes just to sit in against the body of your fly. With the super glue, it will set pretty quickly, so you need to move pretty quickly. It just encourage those just to sit down the best you can. Try not to use your fingers as I've just done that. Just hold yours in just as it dries. Just lifted that one up. And it will eventually just take, I'll slim out the body. Again, we're going to use UV varnish on the top of this as well. Not UV varnish, UV resin on the top of it once that is dried. So a couple of seconds, that should be dried. Just make sure that they're sitting down nicely. And there. And then with the UV, if I can find it, I've been cleaning up my desk, so she's absolutely raging with me just now that I don't keep it nice and tidy. But we'll get the UV, probably left this cap open. So UV on the top, just drag it down to the back. I probably would leave this for a little bit longer if I wasn't doing it for the video, just to set, but for the purposes of the video, we'll just get that in there. And then we'll hit that with the torch. You just need to be patient with the jungle cock cheeks. It's taken me a few attempts to get it right, and they don't always sit down for you, but you know, once you've got the UV on it, the resin, and you hit it with the torch, they will lock into place. But if you don't glue them down, what I tend to find is they do stick out, and it just doesn't really look right, to be honest. So that is your jungle cock buzzer. Very similar to the grey boy. I just call it my JC buzzer. Does really well up and down the country. If you like the video, please hit the subscribe button and for future notifications, hit the bell and give us a thumbs up if you like it. If you get any questions, please reach out. I'm more than happy to answer them. If I've got the answer, if not, I'll try and find the answer for you. Tight lines for 2024, guys, and I'll see you in the water.